What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3, season 3 of The Realest Critics. YouTube at The Realest Critics. What's that? Facebook, Twitter. Y'all got it. Jumping into the topics. Obama the devil, y'all. For real? The History Channel was getting a whole lot of bad news over the portrayal of the... Y'all knew we was going to talk about it. Portrayal of the devil in the movie about the Bible, man. Apparently, he bears a striking resemblance to the current president. The History Channel is saying that it's a coincidence. They did that like 2 years ago. Do you think they intentionally made the devil up to look like Obama? Or are they trying to lay some messages out there?
It's unfair. It's unfair.
You already know.
I've heard this, though. I've heard people say that, I don't know, I guess they... Religious zealots. What I'm talking about is people tend to believe that the world is going to end when a black man becomes the leader of the free world or whatever.
Blah, blah.
And I'm tired of hearing that. You know what I mean? It just don't make no sense. And for the first black president to be looked at as the devil, come on, man. Come on.
It is a little extra.
That's my opinion of it.
Come on.
Okay. I don't. It could be a coincidence, and I understand like people are going to be offended. But at what point in time are we going to quit worshiping the ground he walks on and admit that he does have some faults and he may not be?
He does. I just don't think he's the devil.
I totally understand that. Like I totally understand that. And if you read the Bible, Lucifer is like a fallen angel and he's green or something. So that's portrayably wrong anyway. But at the same point in time, like people are going to take it as what you just said. And at what point in time, as we, as Black America, are going to quit worshiping the ground he walks on and admit that he has some faults?
My opinion of him is a politician, and I feel the same way about him as a politician as I feel about all politicians. You know, but the significance of Obama is the historical factor. That's what I like. Yeah, that's what I love about the situation. As far as politics, I don't trust politicians, no matter what color they are. You know what I mean, or age or anything. So. I'm not one of those people that worships the ground he walks on. I just, I hate to hear that he might be the devil. That's just crazy.
I'm like this. Come on with it. You know what I'm saying? If this is these times, bring it on. You know what I mean? We'll be lucky enough to live in them. If it ain't, so be it. You know, that's one of those things that you really can't. You know, it's crazy. I really don't think that, dang, I'm at a loss for words. Trying to filter, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to call the dude the devil. It ain't got nothing to do with the end times. I think the History Channel just pulled one over on them so they everybody can be watching.
I really think it was an accident.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
You really do think it was? Or
yeah.
You
don't? I don't think they did it.
Yeah.
Intentionally. I'm just talking about you do hear people saying stuff like that, and that's unfair. As far as the History Channel,
that's very unfair.
Huh?
That's very unfair.
Yeah. But as far as the History Channel doing it, I would really hope that, they're not that low or that, what I'm saying, sleazy to try to pull that over on them.
Man, anybody else? Because I don't really like this topic.
I think it's just a joke. That's why I haven't really said anything.
Right. That's poo to you, History Channel. Let's get on to what you say, worshiping the ground. The president walks home. President Obama went to Israel, and he met with, Prime Minister, the president, whatever. They want to discuss the relationship between the two countries and the threats that they're dealing with. But the story was he gave an audience full of Israeli citizens a speech where he basically just like went off on them for the way that they treated Palestine, talking about, they need to have this and they got to have that, and y'all should know, freedom, and, soldiers is escorting them everywhere. Question I have is, do you think, the audience acted a fool, they were cheering outrageously. Do you think that the responses were genuine? And if so, what does it say about, the Israelis?
Like the responses to the president talking bad about them, about treating Palestine were genuine?
Yeah, they were cheering.
Yeah. I think they're probably fed up. Like, how long do you think like, put yourself in their position. Like, you've been fighting these people, you've been losing your stuff, and so, like, you know, like, you've been in this, like, war with these people for so long. Like, how much longer do you think you want to put up with this? Like, because at the same point, like, we're tired of dealing with Iraq.
And the other place.
Right, in the other place. So I think they're, like, truly done. Like, just let them be. Give them what they want.
I think it got a lot to do with as long as they've been fighting. You know, these people live right next door to each other.
Man.
You know, and like you said, as far as the young population, they don't hold all those grudges from, you know, generations before them and whatnot. So they like, this is my friend that, you know what I'm saying, we warned against, like, I'm tired of it, let's stop it, you know. I think it was genuine, and I think it's about time for it to come to some kind of, you know.
It's like if, let's say, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and what's the one right next to that, Alabama, say, you know what I'm saying, that area right there was just like, it was still America, but, you know what I'm saying, it was, let's say, non-American staying there. And State Patrol and, you know what I'm saying, the local military and all our American, you know, strength was just focused on making sure them people stayed in line, man. Like, can you imagine a situation like that taking place over here?
That's exactly what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It was called the Civil War, remember?
I mean,
and you see what happened.
But that was like, but how long ago was that?
Exactly.
They waged Civil War before 1864, and that mug is still going. Get them people what, I mean, you know what the implications are, but give them what they want. You gotta give them their state. Because basically it's going to be more Palestinians than Israelis. Eventually they're going to have their own.
It's more like kind of leave them alone because it's a lot of, you know, things going on that we don't know anything about as far as like what the Palestinians go through. But their land and stuff get taken, you know what I'm saying? Their homes get taken and they get pushed aside to basically like they're just trying to like smother them and do it, you know what I mean? So leave the people alone, you know?
Give them what they want. Nah, because they insist on destroying that mug. You can't destroy Israel.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't finna happen. What you gotta do is give them, you know what I'm saying, shave them some pieces off.
Right.
Give them some pieces.
Meet them halfway.
You're pro peace.
Yes.
What's your position on
I mean, I'm definitely happy with it, you know, about their response to it. You know.
They cheered.
Yeah, so glad for Obama getting out there and, you know, inspiring them to do so. Hope they take action. So.
That's a whole nother story. Like, how do you, as another leader, come into my house and tell my people you need to, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the United States got a lot to do with what's going on there, and always true. You know what I mean? Since they created, you know, started saying they're gonna give Israel back their land, the Jews back their land and whatnot. The United States was like at the forefront of doing that. You know what I mean? So all that's going on, we've been there since the beginning. So we do have accountability in this situation.
It's not just us; it's the whole.
No,
like,
it isn't. It's
right,
the UN, but we like
right, us, and then like the whole like European area. Because after World War II, we gave Jews back Israel, and we can't just take something that wasn't there.
Exactly.
We were like, oh yeah, go here. And
I'd say give them what they want, but you know what I'm saying? Let Israel give them what they want. You know, not America give them what they want. Israel take care of that. Get it together. What's it? Netanyahu and the other one, Ariel Sharon. Get it together. Shoot, and this is just like west of.
But you can't do that though, because they work it out. It will be civil war.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to come to peace. You know what I'm saying? Peace term. They always going to be at it.
They got to do what the people want though, and if their people want them,
they don't think like that.
Right.
They don't think about the people. They think, you know. It's a hierarchy system there for real. Like,
they got,
we run this, y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
They have
Let us
elections, please. You talking about the state of Israel, dog. You know what I'm saying? The population is full of Jewish people.
What I'm saying
their
is,
elections aren't like our elections.
Right,
and the Jewish people that live in Israel aren't like the Jewish people that you would know here. Like, there's two different, like...
Our people got a lot more to say with what goes on here than they do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that.
But I'm saying that their people have to, you know, enact that. It can't be done through the United States. It has to be enacted by Israel. Stop building compounds and cities and apartment complexes or whatever the hell y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? In these other places, go ahead and hook up something for the Palestinians that can be theirs. Let's keep it moving. Just probably a couple 100 miles west of this place, over here in Syria. stories coming out that they starting to use chemical weapons to, deploy on somebody in this 2-year-long civil war that they've been fighting to try to get rid of the dictator Assad. The question I have, not so much is who's done it, because that's what everybody want to know. Who did it? Who has them? The question I got is, if they are using those weapons in Syria, should the U.S. get involved now, since they said they would?
No. We need to mind our own business at some point.
Yes.
Like, fix what's going on over here first, and then take your ass over there to fix some shit.
I would say, make sure they don't get over here. Make sure those chemical weapons don't come this way. If we got allies or something that might be affected, look out for them. But yeah, we jump into everything, man, and a lot of people don't like it. You know what I'm saying? We think we helping people, and they be like, why y'all keep coming over here, getting y'all, putting y'all nose in our business?
We're like that nosy neighbor.
This is America.
I know it is, and we expect it to solve all the problems, but like we like the youngest
country ever.
That's so uncompassionate. I'm thinking about.
I'm not being incompassionate.
I'm thinking about the poor little babies in the newborn ward in the hospital that's just got bombed by some Syrian, you know what I'm saying, nuke gas juice.
Yeah, but at one point in time, like, isn't that the UN's job? Isn't that why we came up with the UN, is to go over there and
get your act together, UN.
Right? Like, isn't that their job? Like, why do we have to be Captain Save-A-Ho all the time?
So now the babies in the
great analogy.
Babies in the what's your face? I'm talking about the babies in the infirmaries, man. You know what I'm talking about. The school, the kids in the schoolyards getting gassed by, Captain Save-A-Ho.
We ain't that baby mama. Or that baby daddy.
Right.
But I feel you. I understand the compassion, and I feel the same way. But, I mean, we have our own country and problems and babies here that we have a lot of issues with, you know what I mean, that we need to deal with.
Getting gassed in the street.
And like hunger,
because
it's
like maybe, like every time something happens, it seems like we get involved. So the more stuff we get involved, it's like the more countries we have that have animosity towards us or things that they're, building up. So it's just like, I don't even know, like, these things keep happening and they could be more like, just plots. I feel like in this big story they got going on.
I think our whole, like, wanting to be in everybody's business thing stems from World War I. Because after World War I, we left Germany and just left them to shambles. And then Hitler took over and we had to go back over there to fix some shit. And now we're like, well, we're not doing this again. Like, we're just going to step in to begin with.
Same thing happened with Afghanistan.
Right, exactly. That's where I think it all stems from, is World War I. Like, we went over there, we destroyed, we left. We had to go back over there and destroy again, and now we're like, well, we're just going to destroy you one time, and we're not going to do this again. But at some point in time, we have to fix home first.
What about the Syrians? Not in relation to America. What would one suggest for the Syrians? Or the world in response to the Syrians?
That's what like you said, that's what the UN is for, you know what I mean?
The UN ain't shit.
Get the
French in there or somebody.
That's right. Like, that's what they're supposed to be doing.
It's there to look like a good sight as you're rolling down the West Side Highway.
They need to start doing their job. You know what I mean?
Step in and start doing some stuff.
Syrians do as much as they can to find out who was responsible for this and then take action on what was, so they can fix everything.
But wouldn't the Syrian government be in charge of chemical weapons?
Right.
They're using them.
Oh, they are?
So if the Syrian government is in charge of them,
from,
right? So then wouldn't that when the UN should step in and be like, whoa, like, just like they did with Korea, like, and the sanctions that they have in Korea, like, why are we not employing all this stuff everywhere?
It could have been an accident. They're still doing a lot of research. They're not blaming anybody yet, so I think that's what's going on.
So chuck it up to research, but still, at some point in time, that's not our job. Right. End of the day.
Right, it's not ours.
Because we got things going on over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You looking like that,
man. No, I'm talking about this deal out here in Ohio.
Right.
You know?
Right. Exactly.
This is a rough one. Basically, teenage party, underage drinking, slight alcohol poisoning. I can't even really call it. It ended up in some football players raping a girl and filming it, and they went to trial. I believe they got charged. Do you know what they got hit with?
I'm pretty sure that they were convicted of like rape of some site.
They going to jail.
Hold on.
And their lives is effed up.
They videotaped it?
They videotaped it. That's what
the boys themselves didn't videotape it. People at the party videotaped it.
Oh, okay. So they caught on videotape.
Yeah, they caught it on videotape.
Oh.
And now the people who were in charge of videotapes.
Just as guilty.
Yes, they were getting charged too, and
Not
some of those
rape,
people,
but, you know.
right, of
Right,
something,
right.
and some of those people were teachers, adults.
Get that.
I don't know.
I
don't
can't
know.
believe that.
Okay, I don't know.
Ain't no way in the world.
That's what I heard
No.
is that the people who did have, or there were adults at the party, and
Right.
nobody
I
had
believe
seemed
that.
to.
Okay. See what was going on.
Right. So all those people are getting in trouble. My question is when is it the girl's job? I'm going to call her a victim. When is it the victim's job to take part in being punished?
By not going to parties?
I'm
not
gonna say it's
Not wearing what?
more of like how old was this girl?
Young.
They were high schoolers.
Right.
So
I'm gonna
between
say it's
15 and
more
18.
of
Parents?
like okay, and as hard as this might be, parents have their own life, this and that. These are still your children, and it's you have to monitor them until they're of age to monitor themselves, which is an adult. If not, things like this will happen and do happen all the time. Yeah, the girl probably know that she shouldn't be out drinking, but we all been young. We all wanted to do partying and I don't know about raping and all that, but things happen. The parents need to, nobody can do anything about that but parents, adults. Whose house was this? You know what I'm saying? Where were the responsible adults, you know what I'm saying, while this party was going on?
It just seems so, far-fetched to think that, I don't know, raping a girl who's passed out and filming it is something that even in the mind of, you know what I'm saying, anybody is cool to take place at a party.
No.
I totally understand that she's the victim and the rape part and the video part. I totally understand that. And, yes, the people who videotaped should be getting in trouble. And, yes, the boys who raped her, yes, they should get in trouble. But what point in time is she going to get in trouble? Is she going to be held accountable for what went down?
And again, that's what, she should have had
at what point in time is she going to be held responsible for
she
going
should
to
have
the
enough
party
discipline from her
and getting
parents
drunk
to know that,
and putting herself in that situation?
If I get caught, I'm not going to this party and getting drunk to the point to where I pass out because I know I'm going to get my ass whooped if I get caught doing something like this.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Her parents could have, or mother, father, whoever, could have easily dropped off at the front door thinking that it was cool. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Seriously,
right.
We're talking about high school students here. How many times
that's true.
did you
That's
lie?
true.
Everybody's been through it. You can tell
Right.
your mom some kind of BS lie you want
Right.
to, but she knows at the end of the day she's done that herself and she's been there in those predicaments. But at the same point in time, when is she going to be held responsible?
Maybe never. Who knows?
But why is that? Why is it that when you go and you put yourself into those positions, are you never held accountable for what you've done to yourself?
Because we don't know the full story. We weren't there. Anything could happen. She could have had some soda. Something could be dropped in her soda.
Yeah,
We don't
okay.
know
But at the
anything.
same point in time, when are those
She can't get. She just wanted to go out and have a good time. She's in trouble for that.
Okay.
She gets in. She's
Yeah,
for that.
yes. I'm sorry, but if you are going out and you know that you're going to do some shit that you shouldn't be
Again,
doing,
She didn't. She wanted to go out to a party and dance, have some soda. Somebody could have easily dropped something.
no,
in her
you're living in a Pleasantville kind of world.
I won't go that far.
If you're
Cause
thinking,
she was wasted enough to black out.
right?
Yeah,
she
she
drank.
was
She went
wasted.
in there and got
Yeah.
mashed. She had
Now,
no
if she
recollection.
was drugged, then that's just
Right,
a whole nother story.
Right, there's a whole other story. But
If she
you,
came to the
and I wasn't
party
there, that's the
already
story.
drunk, you know what I'm saying? Well, I couldn't say
There's no
in the
excuse for
panties.
being raped.
right, there's no excuse for being raped. I don't. There's no excuse for that. But at what point in time are we going to hold kids accountable for their actions? At what point in time is she going to be held responsible for putting herself in that kind of
That's
predicament?
what I'm saying.
know what?
Who says she has an art?
And then the other thing is,
But she's not going to be held responsible
In the
to
legal
the
terms?
yes. But everybody else is. People with the video, and they were just there to watch. They were just there.
that's,
they were
that's
just there
crazy
having
though.
a
How do
crime.
you,
They were
how do you
there
just watch?
With rape compared to underage drinking. Underage drinking on an illegal stance is not even that big of a
Okay, I totally
crime.
understand that. I
So,
totally understand that.
who
But why
knows?
are those?
This is the main. That's because
Okay,
that was the
I
main
understand,
story that
okay.
was printed by the media. The media printed it. So this is
No, the main story is
this
the
main
rape.
story.
No, the main story is the rape. So yes, those boys are going to jail and their life is over. Point blank.
How do you
Their
feel?
life is over.
How do you watch
The people
that?
who had the video or whatever, their lives are in trouble too. So at one point in time, is she going to get in trouble for putting herself in that predicament? Period. Point blank. At what point in time
Well,
are you going to
I
hold
think that-
children
I think
accountable
for that? The laws
for-
would have to be changed because the only law that we know that she broke was underage drinking.
Not
Right.
a big crime.
But
Not a big crime.
but usually in underage drinking cases, the adult responsible for
And
more-
you're
it's
exactly.
more
We're
serious
never
offense.
holding children accountable for shit.
The
So
laws would
where
have to be
at the
changed.
point in
And
time
then
are we going to take that over?
She's
The laws would
16.
have to be
She's
changed.
not even. She's,
You know what I'm saying?
she's
We have
still
to-
a child. So
That's what
you
I'm
know what I'm
saying.
saying?
Right.
They
Okay,
protected
so
from.
here's my thing. A child is having sexual relations with another child. So who says that she didn't give consent before she blacked out? Or they didn't, or that was her boyfriend and she woke up and she didn't remember? Because
Obviously, it wasn't. Even if it was
How
the
do you
boyfriend,
know?
only one. She doesn't have the boyfriend is the boyfriend, and there's a friend.
okay, but you don't know that she was raped by both boys.
Wasn't there a videotape?
I don't think. Yeah, but like
There you go.
no, that
It's
doesn't mean
videotaped.
that doesn't
It's
mean that
bad
both boys
business.
did it. I'm just saying like.
It's-
Here's my
once the
thing.
girl's
We're not
unconscious,
holding
it's
kids.
unconsensual.
I'll
We're
put it
not
this way.
holding
Last
kids
minute.
responsible for
They
their
have
abilities, and we need to.
They have a parade out in New York every year. It's like, you know what I'm saying, Puerto Rican Day, Jamaican Day. And a few years back, dudes just like start attacking the women in the parade. You know what I'm saying? Ripping their clothes off, fondling them. Should they not be able to walk around in a parade?
That's totally
No,
different.
I mean, I see
That's
what you're saying.
totally
It's
different.
it's the mindset is what I'm saying. Like
totally different.
people got to get their
But that's
act
not-
together.
Right.
You know
People
what I'm
need to
saying?
get their act together, but that's not what I'm saying. And what I'm asking is when are we going to start holding people responsible for the things that
People,
they do?
it's kids.
For
I don't know.
for that to change, I mean, that's going to take
I don't
bills
think it will.
and
Yeah, I totally
laws and
understand that,
things to
but
be passed.
like,
You know what I mean?
I don't know, like
I'm a
it.
politician.
It. I couldn't become
Hey.
a politician because
Poor young lady who unfortunately got raped out there in Ohio. I don't need to joke about it, but Miss Bailey is coming after you. You got to pay up.
It's not just her. It's like everyone who like. I don't
Usually
know.
a rape victim get ran through the ground in this legal proceedings. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with that
Right, but even
situation.
then, like she's going
It
to
was
go
a
through
tape.
therapies and she's gonna get her life back together and she's gonna go out and do the same dumbass shit again.
I don't know, man.
She
I
might
can't. I can't
it's
speculate.
It's a gray area. She might, and then, like you said, I didn't even think about that. Like, they gonna grill the hell out of her. She might not face no jail time or something like that, but she gonna go through it, and
I don't even-
she might be mentally messed up. For
And
the
then
rest of her
who's to
life.
say, you know, this, I can't comment on if a woman ever gets over being, you know what I'm saying, put in that situation, but I don't know, man. Everybody need to go to jail. Oh,
Hopefully she learned her
girl, sell
lesson,
it, sell your story, make your money. Let's keep it moving, y'all. High school kid might be going to his prom with Miss Kate Upton. You know what I'm saying? It's some California kid, Jake Davidson or something like that. He asked the girl out to prom. Not any girl, Kate Upton, sports swimsuit illustrated model. You know,
Really?
out there in the North Pole with the jacket on, and that's about all. So this kid asked her to his prom on YouTube, and she saw it, and she's like, you know, let's figure something out there. What'd you think about that?
No, ask the question. I can't believe you asking.
Okay, well, can I comment to that part first before we ask the legit question?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
most schools have stipulations on the ages that your prom date can be. Like,
Oh.
I know that when I was in high school, somebody over the age of like 21 couldn't be my date.
Is Kate Upton over 21?
Yeah, but maybe she could be like a chaperone, and I'm sure they'll make exceptions for this one.
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
know.
That's mad
Yeah, they might
publicity.
not, but I'm saying maybe it'll
That's
be
mad
like,
publicity.
you know, she could be considered
So-
a chaperone.
And
or-
even that, they'll probably look at it as her being a bad role model for the children. I'm telling you, they will come up with some kind of
Yeah,
I mean,
BS
that'll be
pretty rough.
to
Yeah,
stop
that'll be
her,
some BS. You
to
sure
stop
right.
her from going. I'm
But you
telling
know, we all know what the question is. YouTube right here. Who would you ask out?
Oh, come to me last.
Chris Brown.
I do that.
I want to go. You go first.
I've mentioned it before, and I don't want to get them mixed up because it's two of them. They interchangeable. Donna Brazile, Gwen Eiffel. You know what I'm saying? Corinne Bailey Ray. You know what I'm talking about.
I would ask Kanye West to be my date.
That's rude.
Oprah Winfrey.
You see where I'm at?
Yeah. I'm
I
going
can
to
see
show him
it.
the hell out of her, too. All right.
Man.
I'm going to be
Then we
Oprah
could do
Winfrey
it.
godson. I don't want nothing from you, Oprah. I just want to help you around the house. That's cool. Can you take this meal? Solve all your problems.
I
Oprah
think-
Winfrey. No question.
That's real. That's real talk. And that pretty much sums it up for us. So get out of Chris. Corinne, you already, you know, we got to connect. She finna be in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Michigan Ave.
I love you, Harpo.
I love you.
And this we got a script coming soon. We you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we rejuvenating on, baby.
Yeah.
Realist Critics episode 3.3. Check us out on Realist Critics, YouTube, at the Realist Critics. What's that? Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter. Allie coming soon to keep us together. All right, world. I feel for you, Syria. I feel for the girl in Ohio. Man, I feel for everybody involved.
I don't think
except
Obama
the
the
ones.
devil.
Obama ain't
Obama
the
ain't
devil,
the devil.
man. You better not be. Any other last words? Stay out of trouble, world. Like that's gonna happen. Yo.